Okay, guys, we want to solve this simultaneous equation, but what makes this special from any other simultaneous you've been seeing is that it carries logarithm, log 10. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is to make sure that we simplify the one that is complex. In this case, log 10 is the one that carries log is complex, which is equation 2. Okay, now from equation 2, which is 2 log 10x minus log 10y equals to 1. Now, there are laws of logarithms, and one of those laws of logarithms is if you have 2 log ax is equal to log ax raised to the power 2. That means this one multiplying will now become the power. So if you have this, it will become this if you want to rewrite it. So we apply this law here. So we'll now have it as log 10x raised to the power 2 minus log 10y equals to 1. Is that okay? Now let's continue. This is subtraction. We'll now make use of the law of indices here. Remember, we're going to be using different topics to solve questions. That is how far mathematics is, because at the point where you keep upgrading, you're going to be picking different topics idea to solve a particular question. Okay. Here we use law of indices. Since this is subtraction, we're going to be dividing the terms. We're dividing these two. So how do we do that? We have it as log 10x raised to the power 2 over y equals to 1. Since we have this and we have 1 here, there is a law in logarithm that says when the base and the term is equal, then the answer is 1. For example, if you have log AA is equals to 1. So if you have log 10 is equals to 1. So we're going to make use of this here, and then we'll replace it. Is that okay? So we now have our log 10 x raised to the power 2 minus y equals to log 10. Log 10 will still give us 1. So we'll just substitute. All right. Now, what do we do? Since these bases are the same, we now equate the terms. All right. So we'll have it as x raised to the power 2 over y is equals to 10. Equate these terms. Okay. Now, the next thing we have to do, we have to remove this denominator here, which is y, by multiplying both sides with y. So we have y, x raised to the power 2 over y equals to 10y. Y times 10 is 10. So this cancel. We have x raised to the power 2 equals to 10y. Now, remember what gave us this solution? I refer to this as equation 3. We got this from equation 2. All right. So now what we have to do next is to make y subject in equation 1 so that we can now substitute that y that we're going to make subject here and then simplify further. Okay. So now from equation 1, okay, remember what equation 1 says? It is 3x plus 2y equals to 20. Now to make y subject, we have to move this to this side. It becomes 2y equals to 20 minus 3x. All right. Then y will be equals to 20 minus 3x over 2. Let's call this equation 4. So we've gotten our y. Now we're going to substitute equation 4 into equation 3. So substitute equation 4 into equation 3. So we have 10. Equation 3 says x raised to the power 2 is equals to 10 into bracket our y now, which is here. That's what we're going to put here, right? So that is 20 minus 3x over 2. This will go here, you have 5, right? So we have x squared equals to 5 20 minus 3x. So we can open this bracket further. We have x squared equals to 5 times 20, that is 100, minus 5 times 3x, that is minus 15x. Now, this is looking like a quadratic equation, yeah? So we have to move all this to the left-hand side. We have x squared equals to, if this goes, it becomes, x squared, if this goes, it becomes plus 15x. And if this goes minus 100 equals to 0. So we now have a quadratic equation that we can now solve with factorization method, or you can decide to solve with any method, right? So solving this with factorization method, what are those two numbers that if you multiply them, you have 100, but if you add them, you have 15. That is 20 and 5. 5 times 20 is 100. So if you have a 20 and 5, that means one of them should be subtraction, because this is subtraction. That means this will be plus 20 and minus 5, because if you add these two, you have 15, but if you multiply them, you have minus 100. So we're going to pick this. We substitute them here. So we have x squared plus 20x minus 5x minus 100 equals to 0. 20 minus 5x, you have 15x. 20 times 5 times minus 5, you have minus 100. So that goes. We now group x squared plus 20x minus, we have a 5x plus 100 equals to 0. Now, you'll be wondering why plus 100 and here is minus 100. So if you factor this minus, you have plus here. So that if you use this minus to open this bracket, you have this back. Okay. So what is common between these two here? What is common here is x. We bring out our x. If you take x from here, you have x left. Plus, if you take x from here, you have 20 left. Something is common here, 5. You take 5. That is minus 5 is common. What is left here, x. 100 divided by 5, you have 20. Remember that these two brackets must be the same, all right, to get your desired result. So we pick these two terms, x minus 5. Then we pick one of these brackets, x plus 20 equals to 0. And x minus 5 equals to 0, or x plus 20 equals to 0. Here, x equals to 5, or x equals to minus 20. We've gotten the value of our x. What is remaining? We need to get the value of our y. And to do that, we're going to substitute when x equals to 5 in this equation 3 to get y. All right. And also, we're going to substitute when x equals to minus 20 in the same equation to get y. All right. Pretty much, we can even still substitute it here. When x equals to 5, we solve. We need to get the value of y. All right. So here, to get the value of y, we can now substitute each of these values here. And then furthermore, we simplify. Okay. So when x equals to 5, to equation 3, we have 5 raised to the power of 2 equals to 10y. 5 raised to the power of 2, this gives us 25 equals to 10y. Now to look for y, remember it can be written as 10y equals to 25. It's the same thing. Now to look for y, we divide both sides by 10. By 10, this cancel. So y will be equal to, what can go into 25? 5 can go here, you have 2. 5 can go here, you have 5. So y will be equals to 5 over 2. That is when x is 5, our y is 5 over 2. What of when x equals to minus 20? What will be our y when x equals to minus 20? So x equals minus 20, we have minus 20 raised to the power of 0 equals to 10y. All right. Equals to 10y. Minus 20 times minus 20, that gives us 400 equals to 10y. So we divide both sides by 10. That is 10y over 10 equals to 400 over 10. This cancel. Then y will be equals to 40. So what it means is that x equals minus 5, x equals 5, comma, y equals 5 over 2, x equals minus 20, comma, y equals 40. Is that okay? So by the time you substitute all these values into any of these equations, you're going to have this. So you're going to have this. Is that okay? Bye.